From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Chris Carl.
Among Delaware's top stories for Wednesday, March 21st, County Executive Coons proposes a tax hike. New poll shows aggressive drivers are still a big concern in trying to solve parking problems downtown. Here are the details. County Executive Chris Coons lays out a tough new budget proposal. WDEL's team coverage begins with John Collins.
The budget is a bare-bones fiscal plan for 2008.
The budget I present tonight is a zero-growth budget, a proposal that makes some big but very necessary changes. It includes more than $14 million in spending cuts all across county government, more than $72 million in capital program cuts, cuts to the funding for 61 positions, and provides $16 million in critically needed new revenue. The property tax increase I propose this evening is 17.5%, which will cost less than $5 a month for the average suburban homeowner, or $1.50 a month for residents of major municipalities, seniors, or disabled citizens.
The plan also includes a proposed property tax hike of 17.5% for the average county resident.
Current average suburban property tax bill in Newcastle County is just $342 a year, less than $1 a day for the many valuable services we provide. Tonight I propose to increase our property taxes 17.5%, an increase that translates to just $5 a month and will generate $12.25 million in revenue badly needed by this county government. Residents in municipalities and seniors will pay much less, just $1.50 a month. We cannot afford, in my view, to ask our residents for less, unless we are prepared to eliminate critical functions of this government. This is a budget which, frankly, has something in it for everyone to dislike.
Reporting from the City County Building in Wilmington, John Collins, 1150 AM, WDEL.
Following the Coons budget address, county council members had their say.
Work begins, as the county exec said. We're going to be having our committee meetings. We'll be bringing every department over. We'll be analyzing. Council will analyze every line item, every dollar. And I'm committed to working with the county exec to try to come up with the best value we can for the citizens of Newcastle County.
The fact that our budget is less than last year's budget is almost miraculous. It's the first time it's ever happened over the 16 years I've been in county government. So I definitely applaud the county executive and our chief financial officer for making that happen. At the same time, I think now the work really begins. To put the budget together, I think they've done a tremendous job, but to get it approved and implemented through a 13-member council, I think it's going to take a lot of work on all our parts.
So now the question that I have to go to my constituents is, now that the fat has been cut, do you want to cut into core services, which is going to mean police, libraries, and parks, and keep the taxes the same, or are you willing to pay a small increase, and if so, how much? But what I will not consider to be responsible, either from a member of the public or from any of my fellow members of county council, to say, I'm voting against a tax increase, but I don't have a clue as to an alternate plan. That's not responsible.
Ken Grant, 1150 AM, WDEL.
A 6-vehicle pileup on 95 South near Wilmington started with a lane change, closing the highway for more than an hour. State troopers say a Chevy pickup truck rear-ended a Mack truck. The pickup then hit 3 cars. The truck went through a concrete barrier and was hit by a car. The driver who started the crash was given a ticket for an unsafe lane change. No injuries reported. It may cost more to park in Rehoboth. WDEL News continues in a moment.
Oh.
Is everything okay, ma'am?
Not really. I need to ride DART tomorrow to get to work, and I forgot to buy my DART card. I guess I'll have to find a ride.
Well, you certainly come to the right place. Didn't you know that Acme now sells DART cards and paratransit multi-trip cards?
No, where?
They're available at our customer service desk.
Getting you there now starts at your 12 Delaware neighborhood Acme markets. DART and Acme have joined in partnership to be your one-stop shopping place for both groceries and DART cards. It's now easier and more convenient than ever to pick up your DART cards with Acme.
Deliberations in the penalty phase of the James Cook murder trial set to continue this morning. The jury, which convicted Cook of the 2005 rape and murder of University of Delaware sophomore Lindsey Bonestall, failed to reach a recommendation on the sentence after a full day of deliberations yesterday. Jurors went home after working 7 hours. They will recommend life in prison or the death penalty to Judge Jerome Herlihy. who will make the final determination on Cook's fate. Who do you think is the most dangerous person on the road? The aggressive driver, the distracted driver, or the drunk driver? A new poll from AAA asked 1,000 Delaware drivers what they see as the biggest threat to safe driving. The numbers are up big from 2 years ago about the dangers of distracted driving, but respondents say the aggressive driver is still the most dangerous out there. Drivers were also asked about ways to raise money for transportation projects. While 62% say they're willing to pay more in DMV fees, 58% say they're opposed to raising gas taxes. The city of Wilmington is feeling some growing pains and parking issues, a major concern. A parking summit held yesterday. WDEL's Curtis Gray was there.
Councilmember Hanifa Shabazz, who put the summit together, is looking forward to an increase in the number of parking spaces available downtown. The first parking summit held by the city at the DoubleTree Hotel featured a number of exhibitors, residents, and agencies. A new post office and office complex, just two of the new buildings bringing more people downtown. Council President Ted Blunt says the summit is necessary to accommodate the growth.
We have a number of new people moving into downtown Wilmington. Number two, we have a number of people that come to Wilmington to work. Number three, Wilmington is becoming a destination point for people as far away as Boston and as far away as Washington, D.C. And so it's absolutely important that we have a location for them to park.
Longtime city resident Joseph Brumskill thought the summit was too important to miss.
So it was important for me to come to find out what's the thought. What is the city thinking about doing to accommodate the variety of people who come downtown? That's the merchants, customers. That's the resident who's there for social things. That's the visitor who comes to the historical things that are in the city of Wilmington. And of course, that last person, the resident. And it isn't the last person, I should say, those who work downtown.
Hundreds of residents answered a survey that will be used to improve parking for business owners and residents and improve parking signs downtown. I'm Curtis Gray, 1150 AM, WDEL.
The special election to find a successor for Representative Wayne Smith is now scheduled for April 14th. Democrat Brian Short will face Republican Jim Bowers for the 7th District seat. Delaware law calls for the Speaker of the House to call for an election as a result of the vacancy in the House. Smith resigned his seat to become president of the Delaware Healthcare Association. The Rehoboth Town Commission has approved a nearly $15 million budget that includes an increase in parking fees. The fee hike is expected to generate an additional $460,000 to pay for some capital improvements and renovations. The parking increase, however, needs formal approval. A vote on a city ordinance to increase parking fees will be held next month. Another big loss for the Sixers. Details coming up in WDEL Sports, along with your Delaware AccuWeather forecast.
Looking to gain an edge in the technology or design field? Wilmington College's Division of Information Technology and Advanced Communications offers state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest tools. Did you know that Wilmington College has been preparing students for careers in media arts and technology over the past 7 years? Enjoy hands-on experience and personal attention from instructors drawn straight from the industry. To learn more, visit wilmcol.edu. Wilmington College. Achieve balance, achieve success.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware every weekday morning, 5:30 to 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, for the second straight game, the Sixers lost big. Just 2 days after losing to Houston by 50 points, the Sixers were whipped by Detroit 96-75. Tayshaun Prince led the Pistons with 30 points. Willie Green led the Sixers with 20. The Sixers have lost 4 of their last 5 games. Meantime, the Florida Panthers beat the Flyers 4-1, completing a 4-game season sweep of the Flyers. The Flyers have also lost 4 of their last 5. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast: sunshine with increasing clouds today, a high 48. Cloudy tonight with a shower possible, low 40. Tomorrow, clouds break for sunshine, a high 65. Get news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 1150 AM WDEL, or anytime right here at WDEL.com, including news video from Delaware and around the world from WDEL and the Associated Press. I'm Chris Carl. Thanks for watching.